Gloria Serge was an 85-year-old woman from Florida. In February 2023, something terrifying happened during her usual walk with her small dog near the lake by her home in Spanish Lakes Fairways, Fort Pierce. What happened next would be one of the most horrific animal attacks in Florida's history. Stick around and let's experience Gloria's brave story together. Florida has more than just beaches and sunshine. It's also the place where you'll find a lot of alligators. Florida is the home to these massive reptiles, with about 1.25 million of them roaming in its freshwater lakes and swamps. Since 1975, their numbers have increased from less than 300 to more than 2,000 adult alligators. Today, they are classified as a threatened species. The number of alligator complaints has risen as a result of their recovery and the increasing number of people living and recreating in South Florida. Since 1948, there have been over 450 reported alligator attacks, making encounters with these creatures quite common. Experts say it's pretty rare for an alligator to chase a human. They're not really into big meals like us. But if one does come charging, the advice is simple: run fast and in a straight line, away from the gator, of course. In 2023, the retirement community of Spanish Lakes in Florida made headlines for unfortunate reasons. This place prides itself on keeping its residents happy and active, offering a variety of activities like swimming and golf. With 24 beautiful lakes on the property, residents could enjoy sailing or leisurely walks amid stunning natural surroundings. While these lakes were meant to boost the well-being of Spanish Lakes residents, little did they know something unexpected lurked beneath the surface, a threat waiting for unexpected retirees. In February 2023, Gloria Serge was a familiar face at Spanish Lakes. Having lived there for some time, she was well acquainted with the area and had formed a close-knit bond with a few fellow community members, where they all looked out for one another. Gloria had a companion, her small dog Trooper. Since moving into the complex, Trooper had been by her side, bringing joy to her days. On February 20, 2023, Gloria was taking her dog for a walk around their usual spot in a retirement community in Fort Pierce. Little did she know, they were being watched from afar. Across the water about 100 feet away, a 10-foot alligator had its eye on them. Unseen by Gloria and Trooper, the alligator slowly moved closer, staying hidden in the murky water. It waited patiently for the right moment as Gloria and her dog continued their afternoon stroll, completely unaware of the looming danger. Then, without warning, the alligator leaped from the water, aiming to snatch Trooper and drag him under. But Gloria wasn't going to let that happen. Now faced with a life or death situation, she had to choose, her dog or herself. When she saw the giant alligator charging at her from the water, she knew exactly what to do. Thinking fast, Gloria moved her little dog out of harm's way, tossing him to safety. But the danger wasn't over yet. The alligator grabbed her leg and pulled her into the water, where she struggled to stay above. Screaming for help, she waved her arms desperately, hoping someone would hear. Even though the alligator wouldn't let go, Gloria fought hard to stay alive, knowing time was running out. Trooper barked loudly from the grass, watching as his owner slipped under the water, unable to help. In the end, Gloria made a brave choice. She saved her dog by putting herself in danger. Hearing the chaos, her neighbor Carol Thomas, 76 years old, sprang into action. She heard Gloria's cries and saw the huge alligator dragging her into the water, twice her size. Filled with panic, Carol dialed the police for help. Holding the phone, she rushed outside, grabbed a pole from her garden, and dashed towards the scene. As she arrived, her heart skipped a beat. Gloria was motionless in the water. Carol desperately tried to reach Gloria with the pole, hoping she could grab a hold and be pulled to safety. But tragically, it was too late. Gloria had already passed away, and the alligator swiftly took her body, dragging it under the water. Carol watched in horror as the alligator snatched Gloria away. Feeling helpless in the moment, she could only stand there, devastated, as reality sank in. When the authorities arrived, a crowd had gathered around the lake. People from the retirement complex had come to know the tragic incident that had unfolded right in their neighborhood. They were scared and shocked to the core. They had walked those familiar paths every single day, never realizing the danger that lurked in their own lake. The thought that it could have been any one of them was terrifying. They couldn't believe that such a large alligator had been living among them all this time without anyone noticing. The realization sent shivers down their spines. Shortly after, Gloria Serge's body was recovered from the water. Her injuries was extensive across her entire body as the alligator attempted to begin to eat her before she was brought out of the water. Experts were called to find the big alligator and take it out of the lake to decide what to do. They looked for it for a long time and finally found it hiding at the bottom of the lake, its belly full. The experts measured the huge alligator, finding it to be 10 feet long. They decided that such a big alligator couldn't stay in the lake, especially after attacking people, so they took it away to be put down. To keep everyone safe, the complex owners started to remove other alligators from the lake. Later, her family's attorneys filed a lawsuit against the retirement community, alleging that the Wind Building Corporation was to blame for her death. Gloria Serge, a mother of 5, grandmother of 15, and a great-grandmother of 9, had lived in the Spanish Lakes Fairways community for nearly 30 years before her passing. She owned a home there for 21 years, as stated in the lawsuit. The lawsuit mentioned that residents and staff were allowed to feed wildlife, including alligators. Before Gloria's death, maintenance workers fed the alligator that later attacked her chicken scraps and named it Henry, according to the family's lawyers. It was also noted in the lawsuit that the Wind Building Corporation knew about several alligators on the property that could be considered a nuisance, but did not warn the residents about the potential danger. They also did not take any steps to remove the reptiles. Nuisance alligators, which are at least 4 feet long, can be a threat according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission. Under these circumstances, FWC can send nuisance trappers to remove them. The alligator that attacked Gloria met the agency's definition of a nuisance. The lawsuit further claimed that Gloria felt pressured to walk her small dog near the water, where alligators were present. She was allegedly threatened with eviction when she tried to walk her pet elsewhere. In January 2020, Gloria Serge received a warning from Spanish Lakes Fairways regarding complaints about where she walked her dog. The notice mentioned concerns about her walking in non-approved areas. The lawsuit also pointed out that the property's management allowed other residents to walk near the same retention pond where Gloria was attacked. They also allowed residents to use non-motorized watercraft and go fishing there without any warnings issued. Attorney Gary S. Lesser stated, "There were no signs around the lake warning residents about the alligator's presence, and the property managers even encouraged people to sit near the lake by placing a bench along the shoreline." Unfortunately for Gloria, she was another alligator victim in Florida, leading authorities to warn locals to stay away from large bodies of water. In March 2024, a massive 9-foot alligator attacked a man in Central Florida as he was fishing, causing him to be airlifted to a hospital with a severe bite. In the end, Gloria Serge's story is a sad reminder that even peaceful places can have hidden dangers. Even though we feel sad, we can also see Gloria's bravery. That's our terrifying story for the day. If you want to hear more scary stories, subscribe and hit the bell icon for our next video. Until next time, stay safe